You sit down in the driver's seat and immediately feel it, and that sharp, grinding pull in your hip. You grab the door frame, lower yourself in slowly, and hope nobody's watching. And then comes the awkward twist, the wincing shift, the moment you wonder if today is the day you finally say enough. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of drivers over 50 deal with hip pain every single time they get behind the wheel, and most of them have no idea that the car they're driving is making it dramatically worse. Here's what nobody tells you at the dealership. Not all cars are built the same when it comes to getting in and out. The height of the seat, the angle of the door opening, the width of the entry, the step-in distance from the ground, all of these things can be the difference between a comfortable ride and a daily battle with pain. And if you're choosing a car based on looks or fuel economy without thinking about hip access, you could be locking yourself into years of unnecessary suffering. The good news? There are cars on the market right now that are practically designed for easy entry and exit. Wide doors, high seating positions, low step-in heights, and generous cabin space that lets you slide in naturally without twisting your spine or jamming your hip. We've done the research so you don't have to. Stick with us, because the cars on this list might just change the way you feel about driving again. Why most sedans are a hip pain nightmare. Let's start with a hard truth. The classic sedan, that low-slung, sleek car that looks great in the driveway, is one of the worst vehicles you can buy if you have hip problems. Imagine this. You pull up to the grocery store, park the car, and swing open the door. Now you have to drop your body down nearly 16 to 18 inches from ground level. Twist sideways as you lower yourself, and then use your hip flexors to push yourself back up when it's time to leave. Every single time. That's not a design flaw. That's just how sedans are built. The roofline sits low for aerodynamics, which forces the seat down low, which means you're essentially climbing into a hole every time you drive. For younger drivers with full mobility, it's fine. For anyone dealing with arthritis, hip replacement recovery, bursitis, or general hip stiffness, it can be genuinely painful. But here's where it gets worse. Most people don't realize the damage isn't just in the moment. Repeatedly forcing a compromised hip joint through that deep angle of flexion over and over every day can accelerate joint wear, inflame the surrounding tissue, and make your condition progressively harder to manage. What starts as discomfort in your 50s can become a mobility crisis by your 60s. Choosing the wrong car is not a small decision. It's a long-term health decision. The fix is straightforward. You need a vehicle with a seat height that sits closer to the height of a standard chair. The sweet spot most physical therapists recommend is between 18 and 22 inches from the ground. Anything lower than that, and your hip angle becomes a problem. Anything too high, and you're stepping up instead of stepping in, which is its own set of challenges. You want the Goldilocks zone, and the cars on this list hit it perfectly. Car 1. The Toyota Camry XLE, surprisingly accessible. You might be surprised to see a sedan on this list, but the Toyota Camry, specifically the XLE trim, earns its place here for a very specific reason. Its seat height and door opening geometry are genuinely well engineered for easier entry. The Camry sits at a seat height of approximately 19 inches, which is on the higher end for a midsize sedan, and the front door opens exceptionally wide, giving you nearly 90 degrees of clearance before the doorstop kicks in. Here's the scenario that matters. You park, open the door, and rather than dropping down into the seat, you're essentially sitting across and pivoting in. That pivot motion, where you sit first and then swing your legs in, is the recommended technique from most hip and orthopedic specialists. It keeps your hip joint in a neutral position, reduces that sharp angle of flexion, and takes pressure off the surrounding musculature. The Camry's cabin width and door frame design make this pivot technique easier than most sedans in its class. The XLE trim also adds a power-adjustable driver's seat with memory settings, which means once you find your ideal entry height, the car remembers it. You pull up, the seat is already in the right position. No reaching down, no manual adjustment, no fighting the seat before you've even started the ignition. Most people shopping for comfort overlook the Camry because it looks like a regular car. That's a mistake. Its reliability record is legendary, its resale value is strong, and for someone with mild to moderate hip discomfort who still wants a traditional car feel, it delivers quiet comfort with a thoughtful entry experience. Not perfect, but surprisingly capable. Car 2. The Honda CR-V, the entry-level hip-friendly SUV. Now we're moving into territory that genuinely changes the game for seniors with hip pain. The compact SUV. And the Honda CR-V has been the benchmark in this category for a reason. Its seat height comes in right around 21 inches from the ground, and the step-in height, meaning the distance from the pavement to the floor of the vehicle, sits at approximately 15 inches. That combination is nearly ideal. Picture this. You walk up to the CR-V, place your hand on the door frame or grab handle, and rather than lowering yourself down, you're stepping up slightly and pivoting into the seat. Your hip joint stays in a comfortable, open position the entire time. There's no torque, no twisting, no reaching. You're essentially sitting down the way you'd sit in a dining chair, controlled, upright, and natural. The CR-V's front passenger and driver doors both open generously, and the roofline is tall enough that you never have to duck or angle your head to clear the frame. That last part matters more than people realize. When you duck to get into a low car, your whole torso hunches, which puts lateral pressure on your hip and can trigger a flare-up before you've even sat down fully. But here's what most CR-V shoppers don't know. Honda offers optional seat height adjustment on the driver's side that goes higher than the base position, and the available heated seats make a meaningful difference for hip and joint stiffness in cold weather. Warmth increases blood circulation to the joint, reduces muscle tension, and can actually make getting back out of the car easier after a long drive. That's not marketing, that's basic physiology working in your favor. If you want more car tips for drivers over 50 like this one, make sure to subscribe. We put out new content every week, and it could save you a lot of pain and money down the road. Car 3. The Subaru Forester, the champion of easy entry. If there is one vehicle that consistently earns praise from physical therapists, occupational therapists, and orthopedic specialists when it comes to vehicle accessibility, it is the Subaru Forester, and it deserves every bit of that reputation. Here's why. The Forester's seat height is right around 21 to 22 inches, but more importantly, the door opening is among the widest in its class, nearly 32 inches of clear entry space. The door swings open and stays open. The roof clears your head with inches to spare, and the grab handle is positioned in exactly the right spot to give you meaningful support as you ease yourself in. Every element of the Forester's entry design feels intentional. Now, here's the scenario that sets it apart from everything else on this list. The Forester's floor is nearly perfectly level with the seat. When you sit down, you're not dropping into a bucket or climbing over a high threshold. You're sitting down and sliding back, a gentle horizontal motion that eliminates the deep hip flexion that causes pain in conventional cars. Your hip joint stays at roughly 90 degrees throughout the entire entry process, which is exactly where it needs to be. Subaru's all-wheel drive system, called symmetrical all-wheel drive, is also fully automatic, meaning there's no mode switching, no button to push, no thinking required. For seniors who drive in variable weather conditions, that's one less thing to manage. The Forester also offers EyeSight driver assist technology as standard on most trims, which includes pre-collision braking, adaptive cruise control, and lane departure warning. Technology that watches the road when your reaction time might be a fraction of a second slower. The consequence of overlooking the Forester for something flashier? Thousands of drivers in their 60s and 70s have ended up selling perfectly good vehicles within 2 years because the entry and exit pain became unmanageable. The Forester prevents that outcome. Car 4. The Kia Telluride. When space meets accessibility. The Kia Telluride is a larger, 3-row SUV, and it earns its place on this list because of something very specific: the combination of wide-opening doors, running board availability, and a seat that positions your body in a near-perfect ergonomic posture the moment you sit down. Here's where a lot of seniors make a critical mistake with larger SUVs. They assume bigger is automatically better, but a large SUV with a very high step-in height can actually be worse for hip pain than a compact SUV with the right geometry. The Telluride avoids this trap. Its step-in height sits at approximately 18 to 19 inches, which is lower than many midsize SUVs, despite the vehicle's imposing size. And the running boards, either standard or available as a dealer-installed option, drop that effective step-in height even further, to around 14 inches. Imagine you're coming out of a restaurant after a long lunch. Your hip has stiffened from sitting. You walk to the Telluride, grab the door frame with one hand and the upper handle with the other, place your right foot on the running board and ease yourself in. 2 controlled contact points, your weight distributed, your hip staying in a safe range of motion. That's not luck, that's good vehicle design working for you. The Telluride's front seats are also notably wide, which is important for drivers who may have had hip replacement surgery. Post-surgical hips often need extra lateral space to avoid impingement. The cabin is quiet enough at highway speed that conversation requires no raising of the voice, which matters for drivers who depend on passengers for navigation assistance or who simply value a stress-free ride. Stress elevates cortisol, and elevated cortisol increases inflammation. A calm driving environment is not a luxury. For seniors managing joint conditions, it's therapeutic. Car 5. The Hyundai Tucson, the underdog that delivers. Here is where it starts to get genuinely interesting. The Hyundai Tucson has been quietly evolving into one of the best vehicles for older drivers who need easy access without sacrificing driving pleasure. Most people associate Hyundai with value pricing, and while the Tucson is competitive on cost, what makes it exceptional is its thoughtful ergonomic design. The Tucson's seat height lands right at 20 inches, and Hyundai has made the front door opening unusually wide for its class. But the real story is the angle of the B-pillar, that structural post between the front and rear doors. Hyundai positioned it further back than most competitors, which means when you open the front door, you have more clearance to rotate into the seat without your shoulder or elbow hitting the frame. That sounds like a small detail. For someone with tight hips or reduced spinal rotation, it is the difference between a comfortable entry and a painful one. Most car owners don't realize this. You can have a tall seat, a wide door, and still struggle with entry because the door frame itself is boxing you in. The Tucson engineers figured this out and solved it quietly, without making a big marketing campaign about it. The Tucson also offers a hands-free smart trunk on upper trims. Wave your foot under the rear bumper and the hatch opens. That's primarily a convenience feature for loading groceries. But here's the hidden benefit for hip pain sufferers. It eliminates the need to reach, twist, and pull on a rear door, which can torque the hip and lower back in uncomfortable ways. On top of that, Hyundai's BlueLink connected services allow you to precondition the cabin temperature remotely. Pull up the app, start the heat or air conditioning 10 minutes before you get in, and by the time you open the door, the seat is warm. The muscles around your hip are more relaxed, and your entry is smoother. That kind of preparation is what separates a painful driving day from a manageable one. Car 6. The Ford Maverick Hybrid, the surprise pick. This one surprises people every time. A pickup truck on a list for seniors with hip pain? The Ford Maverick Hybrid is not your grandfather's truck. And the reason it earns a spot here is because it defies every assumption you'd make about truck entry. Most full-size trucks are genuinely terrible for hip pain. The step in height on a Ford F-150, for example, can run close to 24 to 26 inches without a running board. And the reach up and back required to enter the cab puts the hip through a range of motion that's downright dangerous for anyone managing a hip condition. The Maverick takes a completely different approach. The Maverick is a compact pickup. Its seat height sits at approximately 19 inches. Its cab entry is relatively low compared to traditional trucks, and the footwell is open and wide. If you've been a truck person your whole life, if you love the visibility, the practicality, the feeling of sitting up high and seeing the road, the Maverick gives you that experience without the brutal entry geometry of a full-size truck. Here's the scenario. You need to haul some garden supplies, take the dog somewhere muddy, carry a load that no sedan could handle. In the past, that meant wincing your way into a big truck and paying for it in hip pain for the rest of the day. The Maverick changes that equation. You get the utility of a truck with an entry experience closer to a compact SUV. The hybrid powertrain also means you're getting exceptional fuel economy, around 42 miles per gallon in city driving, and lower overall operating costs. For seniors on fixed incomes who are weighing long-term vehicle expenses, that matters considerably. And here's the peak reason the Maverick belongs on this list. Its steering is light and responsive, requiring very little effort to maneuver in tight parking lots. That reduced physical demand at the wheel means less twisting, less reaching, less strain that travels down from your upper body and eventually aggravates that hip. Every system in the car is interconnected. A lighter steering load is not just about ease of driving, it's about your body's overall stress load behind the wheel. The bottom line. Here's what we want you to take away from everything you've heard today. Hip pain behind the wheel is not something you should accept as a natural consequence of getting older. It is almost always, at least in part, a consequence of driving the wrong vehicle for your body. The right car respects your joints. It works with your range of motion instead of against it. It lets you arrive somewhere feeling the same as when you left. Not braced, Not wincing, not dreading the walk to the front door because getting out of the car was already the hard part. The Subaru Forester earns the top position on this list for its unmatched combination of seat height, door opening width, grab handle placement, and level entry surface. If you are managing significant hip pain and you want one recommendation to research first, start there. The Honda CR-V and Hyundai Tucson are excellent alternatives that offer nearly the same accessibility at a slightly lower price point. The Kia Telluride is the best option if you need more space or regularly travel with family. The Toyota Camry XLE remains the only sedan on this list worth considering, and only if your hip mobility is mild and you prefer traditional car dimensions. The Ford Maverick is our wildcard pick, ideal for the senior who has always loved trucks and doesn't want to abandon that lifestyle. What you should avoid: low-slung sports cars, two-door coupes, and any vehicle where the seat height drops below 17 inches from the ground. Those vehicles will punish your hip every single day, and no amount of style or performance justifies that cost to your body. One final thought: before you buy any vehicle, we strongly encourage you to do something most buyers never think to do. Perform a full entry and exit test in the parking lot before the test drive. Get in and out 3 times. How does the third time feel compared to the first? If it's noticeably harder, that's your body telling you something the salesperson won't. Listen to it. If this helped you, subscribe so you never miss a video. We cover everything that matters for drivers over 50, from vehicle selection to maintenance, safety features, and how to get the most from every mile. Leave a comment below and tell us which car on this list surprised you most. We read every one.